Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you're new here, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, stick around. I know I missed last week's video, but that is because I was in a wedding and it was just like too much for me to record and vlog and all of that. I just want to be present for the wedding and all that good stuff, but we're back on track. Today's video, I'm just gonna get right into my recap of my second trimester. So I'm well into my third now, and I actually can't wait to recap my third because I feel like it's been the most eventful. But I'm gonna take you through my experience through the second trimester, and also I got some questions from you guys on Instagram a few weeks ago, so I'm gonna be answering those questions and just talking about my experience in general. I would just treat this episode as kind of more of maybe like a podcast. Just put it on while you're doing something else, doing the dishes, cooking, whatever. And because I'm just gonna be blabbering the whole time, there's not gonna be much for you to look at. Okay, so let's just get started. So everybody says the second trimester is the easiest trimester, the best trimester, and I have to say I agree wholeheartedly. You guys saw my previous videos. I had a really rough first trimester, very sick every day, every day. I had very little to no motivation to do anything. I was almost bedridden, you know, like a lot of days. And so the second trimester, I felt like I was finally feeling like myself again. I still had nausea like well into the second trimester, but it wasn't nearly as bad, and I was actually able to like wake up in the morning and feel good and feel like normal. Almost some days were like so good that I started to like forget that I was pregnant in some days because you didn't have that sick feeling anymore. And so you're like, well, and you don't really have like a full bump yet, so you're like, are you in there? You know, leaves keep falling down. I kind of like them down, but also at this view I don't want to look naked. I think that looking back, like if you're pregnant right now and you have to like plan big things to do, whatever that may be, like definitely plan them in your second trimester because you're gonna have the most energy, you're gonna feel like yourself. And once you get to your third, things are gonna get harder and harder. So I actually did a lot in my second trimester. I went to Cabo for a bachelorette party. I actually had 2 bachelorette parties, one of them in Cabo, and I had a wedding for one of those parties. And then into my third, I was actually in a wedding just a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think like physically and emotionally, I was able to do that in my second trimester. I wouldn't have been able to do it in my first or my third. I can tell you that for sure. As far as like the bachelorette that was in Cabo, it was like a joint bachelorette, so my husband was with me. That helped a lot because he was like my support system when I just needed to like vent, or I don't know, just like take a little mental breather with him, if that makes sense. We got through it, you know, we had fun, got through it, and I can say that baby girl was with me in Mexico. I don't know if you guys saw, but in my second trimester I also shot a video with Savage, X Fenty, on their YouTube. If you haven't seen it, you can go and check it out. And I was just really proud that baby girl was in my belly like while I was doing that. So, and I had the energy, and it was like an all-day shoot on set. So I did a lot in that second trimester. And I feel like being plus size too, like your bump doesn't show for like a while, so I just felt like I was just myself, you know, in most circumstances, like throughout my second trimester. And I'd have a bad day here and there, like don't get me wrong. Hardest thing about this pregnancy is trying to avoid getting sick and just this pandemic like lifestyle. We didn't go out for New Year's, we didn't even go to Christmas, we didn't go to Thanksgiving. Like it's just been tough, and it's going 5 different directions in my topics here, sorry. But if I'm looking back and I'm comparing like first and third to the second, like you have way more energy, you're not as nauseated, hopefully, and you don't have your insomnia yet, you're not uncomfortable. Also, I feel like in the second trimester you can still like wear the same size you were wearing before. You're just not at least for me, this is my first baby. I think like it's different once you get into your second or third, but like I just wasn't you know, getting much bigger. And actually I haven't gained any weight yet still. Even now I'm at 30 something weeks now and I still have not gained weight. Okay, I want to get to some of the questions because I feel like they'll help with like topics. Okay, so I found the questions. Okay, so the first one, do you use a pregnancy pillow? What's my thoughts? 100%. I would not survive without my pregnancy pillow. My mom actually told me like very early in my pregnancy, like you should just get your pregnancy pillow now, even though you don't need it, because once you need it, you're gonna want it. And I was like, oh, I'll wait, like that's gonna be a while till I'm uncomfortable. And then let me tell you, like once it came, I was regretting that I didn't have it immediately. And so my advice is my mom's advice: get your pregnancy pillow right away, because the moment you need it, you're just gonna be sleeping. It's just gonna get so uncomfortable. I'm a side sleeper, like normally, which is good because you're supposed to sleep on your sides. So that part isn't as uncomfortable for me. If you're normally like a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper, I'm sorry, this is not gonna be an easy journey for you, because that's kind of what you have to do. A pregnancy pillow really helped with that. I did get one at first that did not work out. I didn't like it. It was huge. It took up my entire bed, and it just didn't work the way that I just didn't give me any relief. So then I had to go return that one, get a new one. So that was also why I wish I would have like ordered it sooner, to make sure that like I found the right one, because you're not just gonna buy one and it's gonna be the one necessarily. But the one that I found now is an angel. It saves me. It's so comfortable, and the color kind of like matches the neutral vibe as well. That's important to me, you know. So, and I got it from Amazon. I will put it, I think it's in my Amazon storefront, but I'll link it below. Anyway, I highly recommend this one. What are some things that help you get through the day? It's a really good question, because especially in the first trimester, it's so hard to like, oh my gosh, just stay motivated. And so I think things that have helped me a lot get through the day is just kind of, I started journaling in the morning. So I use the 5-minute journal, which is like practicing gratitude, affirmations. And then I also have been implementing, like making sure in the morning that I plan out my day, because I think staying motivated is the hardest part. Even in second trimester, when you have a lot of energy, still your energy is gonna get you through only so much of the day. And so that's been really important. And to be 100 with you, I think a big part of getting through my day is doing things that I enjoy and love, and might not be the best, most healthy thing for me, but it gets me through. Like for example, my Starbucks every morning. I do go through phases where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this at home because it's really expensive, but that treat, and just like it helps me get up, it helps me like keep a routine. I know it sounds silly, but it does, and I just look forward to it. I look so forward to that first sip of like my morning Starbucks, and it just gets me through. And I watch my caffeine intake, you know, I'll do some decaf if I need to, but I'll tell you, if it hits 1 o'clock and I feel like another Starbucks, then that's what I'm gonna do. And those things, those like little treats of like indulgence and enjoyment, like it goes really far. What has been your worst pregnancy symptom so far? So far, I would say the hardest thing is not so much the second trimester, so this is like kind of out of order, but recently, more in the third, my energy is so low in the later afternoon. I feel like crap. It's not even just my energy. I just feel like crap overall. I almost feel like sick, like I'm getting sick, like I'm getting the flu or something, but I'm not. And it hits around, I mean, every day is kind of different, but it's usually between like 3 and 5 p.m. And I have to just stop my work. I have to stop what I'm doing to literally sit down and like rest. And it's very disruptive to my day, my productivity, and my mental health. Like I've noticed now it's affecting my mental health a lot more. And I know that depression while pregnant is a very real thing. You know, sometimes I feel it creeping in, and that's been like by far, that's just been the worst thing. Stay active. I've been going to Orange Theory, trying to eat nutritious foods, just whatever I can do to help, honestly, like my mental health. Like my physical health is important, but if I don't have my mental health, I won't be able to like get up in the day, you know? And so I just need to be there for my daughter and my husband, and which means I need to be there for myself first. That has been like the hardest thing so far. And I already struggle with anxiety and depression, so I'm already like prone to that. I can feel sometimes, I can feel it creeping, you know, you girlies know, if you've ever been depressed or struggled with depression and anxiety, you know what I'm talking about. You start to feel it knocking on your door. I feel baby kicks, and when did my husband feel the baby kick? Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, to feel her kicks, I felt her fluttering, I think around 18 weeks. And I didn't for sure know she was like kicking me until into like my 20th week, I want to say. Doctor says my placenta is anterior, which means in front. So it took a long time to feel her. And also I've heard that just like plus size women, I don't know, it just takes you longer to feel her anyway. And so I was so excited when I started to feel her. It felt like it was real, you know? Obviously she was real before, but it's just when you feel like, oh my gosh, there's literally something inside me. It's a very crazy feeling. This is my first time, so it was wild. My husband, it was so frustrating because I just was dying for him to feel her, and he just couldn't for a while. I think for the reasons that like I said before, like anterior and also just being plus size. So it took him a while longer, and I remember like trying, I'd put his hand on my belly and I'm like, can you feel her? Can you feel her? Can you feel her? Because I could feel her. And he'd be like, no. And we would just try like every night. And I was just like, okay, I know in another week, like you'll be able to. Another week and another week. And finally he did. Like I want to say it was in the 20s, like of my weeks. I don't remember the exact week, but it was in there. You guys, I cried like a baby, and I think he did too. It was just like, it was like the perfect experience. I could cry right now. Oh my god, I'm so emotional. I could cry right now. But it was just like the perfect experience of him feeling her, because he came over and like started talking to her, and he had his hands on my belly and he was like talking to her. He's like, let me feel a kick, baby, you know? And she responded and like kicked, and we both were like, whoa, like it was just really cool. And she responds to his voice. Like, I'm gonna cry. I'm such a baby. Do you see this? No, it's just like a really magical thing. If you've been through it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're like almost there, I promise it's like the best experience. Well, yeah, she responds to him, and I just feel like they already have such a strong connection, and then like his love for her is already just like, it's just, this has been like one of my favorite parts of the pregnancy. It was definitely, because of my anterior placenta, it was definitely like in the 20s, which I know is like a long time, and you get impatient because you're like, I want to feel her and I want him to feel her, whoever your partner is, and it's just the best thing ever. Someone said, do you follow a diet during pregnancy? No. First trimester, I lost some weight because I couldn't eat, right? So I lost 10 to 15 pounds, like somewhere in there, 15 almost. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I was like, I'm good. Like I can eat a little bit and not worry too much about like my calories. Like I never worried about that. I wanted to make sure that I was eating nutritious things. Like I would still eat. I love to make like a plate of vegetables, like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, chickpeas. Is chickpea a vegetable? I don't know. I like just bake it in the oven, and then I'll put it with rice and like chicken and just make bowls. Also have Daily Harvest. I don't know if you guys have heard of Daily Harvest, but they're like a really clean smoothie company, and basically like they send you smoothies for your whole week frozen, and they're in a cup already. I should show you guys this actually, because they're like amazing, not sponsored or anything. It makes it so easy because you pick all the smoothies you want. Like if you want greens, if you want fruits, whatever, a mixture of the two. If you want like a more protein, like you pick whatever you want, they send it to you. You stuff it in your freezer, and then when you're ready to have a smoothie, you fill the cup that it comes in with almond milk or whatever milk of your choice. I use almond milk. Dump it in your blender, blend it, and then put it right back into that cup. It has a hole for a straw. It's very like mess-free, very easy. The ingredients are so clean, so healthy. It makes it really easy. See how much I'm burping? It makes it really easy if you have like a partner who wants smoothies too, but like you guys have completely different tastes. So like, for example, Matt more likes the fruity smoothies. He doesn't really like greens or like anything healthy, so I'll give him like the fruity ones, like the strawberry peach with like banana, and then I'll do the ones with like greens, like the kale, and some have like cacao. That's like my favorite one. And it's not this huge production with like all this produce that you have and like this whole thing. It's just a simple like cup drop it in. Made 2 completely different smoothies for him and I. So I've been doing a lot of those, making sure I'm getting like vitamins, nutrients. And then lately I've been living off like my breakfast is always like a bagel. Just love bagels. Oh my god, she went through a period where I swear all she wanted to eat were French fries, you guys. And this is like the most random craving, but when I was a kid, we used to eat a lot at this burger place. It's like, if you guys are local, maybe you'll know what I'm talking about, but it's in Los Alamitos. It's called Volcano Burger. I hadn't had it probably since I was a kid, and she was craving Volcano Burger fries like every day. And I had Volcano Burger fries probably 3 times a week for a few solid weeks. And you know what? That's okay. She went through a little period. She wanted French fries. That's okay. I'm not gonna beat myself over. To give you an idea, I'll tell you what I ate yesterday. This is my whole day. I had a bagel in the morning. I made a coffee at home, surprisingly. I did Orange Theory, so I felt like I could have like a little bit more calories. What did I have for lunch? Ooh, I made like a chicken sandwich for lunch. It was so good. Trader Joe's chicken that I just microwaved, and then did like tomato, pickle, spinach. Just like loaded my sandwich up with really good stuff. Toasted it. Delicious. I like to snack, so I have kind of like Nutella, but it's called Nutriva. It's supposed to be healthier than Nutella. I'll do like that with banana. Oh, I love peanut butter filled pretzels. I eat a lot of those. And for dinner, I had a bowl of chili with like a side of like a piece of flatbread. And it was homemade chili my husband made. It was actually really good, except that he had a hair in it. And I'm like, dog, why does this have a freaking nasty hair that was like this long? And we have so much of it because we made a big batch, and now I'm like sketched to eat the rest of it. Okay, what's the next question? How to survive and keep food down in pregnancy? That is a tough one. In my first trimester, that was a tough one. I think I was really big on like listening to what my body wanted. Like I would not force myself necessarily. First trimester, I think, because you're not really eating, like make sure you're taking your supplements. Talk about supplements. Of course, talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I just want to share like which ones I'm taking. So my doctor recommended these prenatals, the Nature Made prenatals, with the multi, and then I'm now recently like anemic. I think you guys saw on one of my last vlogs. I'm taking the Nature Made iron with it. I also do, I don't have it right here, but it's called Lipospheric Vitamin C. I actually do have one right here. They come in these little packets. Yeah, so Lipospheric Vitamin C. Maximize absorption delivered via smart liposomal nanospheres. Okay, it's 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and 1,000 milligrams of essential phospholipids. Okay, basically it's like almost like a gel. If you get this, you're gonna be like, what the hell did she have me get? No, because it's really weird if you've never seen this before, but it's kind of like a gel. It almost looks like an egg yolk. And you squeeze it out of the packet, and I just put it in like a little like whiskey tumbler that I have, and I put like a tiny bit of water, and I like basically just like chug it back so that I don't taste it at all, and I just swallow it like a shot. Not that it has a bad taste, it just tastes like salty. So I've been taking that, and then I also take a D3 for like not getting sick reasons more so than nutrition, if that makes sense. So that's really the biggest thing. Don't beat yourself up that you're not eating your meat food, but make sure you get your vitamins if you can. I luckily was able to drink water fine, so I just kept myself super hydrated. What other fun thing popped up in the second trimester for me, like really bad? My allergies, like constant. You kind of hear it now, it's not that bad though, but I'm talking constant stuffy nose, constant sneezing. Always had to have tissues next to me. But look at this, really, since we're talking about tissues, this is really random, but can you just look right now at this cute chic tissue box cover? They actually come in different colors. They have a really cute like there's pampas on it, like camel one, and they have it in black too if you like have like it's so cute for like your office if you wanted like the camel one, but this one is really cute for my bedroom because I have like all white, as you can see. This is from Amazon. I think it was like $4 or $5. I'm gonna link it for you guys because it is so cute. And it just fits any box. You can see under, it's just like a little cover. Oh, something that's helped me take my vitamins, because sometimes I'm bad at like remembering. I keep them in my nightstand, so I keep grabbing them here. And I keep a carafe of water by my bed. Let me show you. Again, another Amazon find. So this has like its cup, and I just fill it every night to take my vitamins, like literally when I get into bed, and then I'm done. What are your plans for Oleada collection? Oh, that's such a sweet question. So my jewelry brand, doesn't really have to do a second trimester, but you know what, we're gonna answer it. So I think I'm putting my pop-ups on hold because I was just physically like really uncomfortable for standing for so long. But I do want to do pop-ups once the baby is here, and she can just come with me in her little stroller. No, probably not for most of the time. But I want to do more pop-ups. I am working right now on a bracelet collection. So for my girlies with like thick wrists and petite wrists and everywhere in between, because we are size inclusive. Okay? Yeah, bracelets are really important to me because I've just struggled with like finding bracelets to fit me well. And I just don't feel like they're made for me in jewelry, unless they have like really long extenders, and then I've got all these extenders running down my arm. So I'm working on that, and that's really exciting. I have 2 more ring designs coming in the next like few weeks, and I'm also expanding my sizes even higher because a lot of girls have asked for size 14, size 15 rings, and I'm here. So I'm bringing those, and I am looking at some more anklet designs. Like my summer drop I'm preparing for now, and my summer drop is going to be poppin'. Like I'm gonna have so many more belly chains to rock with your bikinis in a bunch of different sizes. I think I have 4 sizes of belly chains right now, but I only have 1 style. And I'm gonna have more anklets. And if there's anything else you could think of that you would love to see in the line, like let me know. I love hearing what you guys like want, what you guys like. I love hearing it all. DM me, comment, like whatever, love it. So I don't know if your guys' experience has been similar to mine. I'd really love to hear what you guys are going through. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me blabber for so long. Oh, my next video finally is the Princess Polly curve line haul, which is coming, so stay tuned for that. I know I keep saying that, but it really is coming. See you guys in my next video. Love you so much. Bye.